the whistleblowing system. It's good, even though there's no law backing it as of today. It should be backed up by law with total proper protections. That will help, or even in the judiciary.
So why is there a delay?
Well, I'm not a member of the executive.
But you're a lawyer. Your judiciary should have advised the executive that it is a good law. Perhaps I mean it's a good.
What you do?
It's a good thing. So perhaps you should just factor it and make it a law.
You see, the role of the lawyer is not to become an economic advisor.
Okay, we'll go to break, pardon me, but we'll let you conclude in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back. We had several CJNs who've come and gone. They've tried what they can to cleanse the system, but it appears as though it's not enough. What can this CJN do?
The CJN is doing what it's supposed to do. It's sitting at the practitioners, it's sitting at the judges, it's making it clear to everyone that we must go by the Constitution. And if you watch most of the judgments that the Supreme Court and other courts are giving in recent times, are very clear. They're not ambivalent.
But that's just one man. Do you think that this anti-war corruption has been totally sold to the judiciary such that everyone, all the links all the way down, is buying into it?
If it has been totally sold, the CJN won't be talking. Part of the selling is what the CJN is doing. He's saying, no, the lawyers don't think that you are saints. Some of you are part of the problem. The people at the bench, some of you are part of the problem. Anyone we find, we will discipline.
So you believe
many judges are lined up before NJC presently. You will not know.
You believe the lawyers are changing?
Well, some are changing, but we need to improve on it. There should be continuing legal education. There should be sanction for lawyers that breach the rules of the practice, and that is being done, but we need to improve on it. We need to increase on it, and the support staff are also in the courts are also part of the problem.
Like with the clerks, the bailiffs?
Yes.
So how do you go about capacity building, just so that you have a system where you are judged on performance and remunerated along that line?
Yeah, in some jurisdictions, you have continuing legal education points. You don't just continue to practice because you've been called to the bar. You practice, you go for further training, and you improve on yourself. Those are part of the things I look forward to see. But specifically speaking, the CJN is in a position to do what it's doing, and I support what it's doing.
How are the clerks and bailiffs the problem? Part of the problem?
In many ways. Let's take an example. If Juson, for example, which is the association, if they're on strike, will the court sit? Now, without proof of service, without...
but that's not corruption.
Well, you may not see that as corruption, but if the file is missing, what happens?
Do they take away the files?
Okay,
when they can't sit?
When files are missing or documents are missing in files, these are things you see.
You blame the clerks for that?
Well, the support staff, I'm not sure it's clerk, I think, the support staff along the chain. Many times you get to court, a court cannot proceed because the documents are not in the file, or there's no proof of service and all that. These are all things we need to take care of.
Do you think that the judiciary is strong enough to be independent to the extent of taking charge of how judges are appointed?
More than strong enough. The judiciary in Nigeria is one of the best in the continent.
So why don't we see them in charge of how judges are appointed across board?
Most of the judges appointed in this country are well qualified, but are they given the opportunity, the capacity? I was in a court in one of the states last week.
When you talk about
let me just come down. Okay. I was so ashamed to enter the court because that was not a court as far as I'm concerned. Don't use the courts you see in Lagos State as standard. In Lagos, the courts, a judge in Lagos that is not performing has nobody to blame. Now, go outside the court, go to the hinterlands and look at the moth-eating benches and tables. No facility to support the judge to act, and he has to write in longhand. He has to come back, carry record book. He has to write judgment. That is not how to fight corruption that is 21st century compliant.
Talking about 21st century, if you talk about those missing files, will it be appropriate to look towards technology, say for instance having software to save them?
Totally appropriate. It saves a lot of corrupt practices.
So why are we not doing it?
Well, the executive that is looking at the judiciary as not performing should answer. As you are taking proceedings, it should go electronically. We finish, the proceedings are ready. Like in the Lagos, we are doing e-filing now. There should be e-filing. Rulings, you can get your ruling online immediately.
So clearly some job of work to be done. Dr. Paul Ananaba, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, thank you for coming on today. We'll be back and take a look at another very interesting matter. In fact, that concerns everybody. You'll find out in a moment. If you stay with us, we'll be back in a minute.